me try to fix this where where I can have this on here like this and still keep the charger on. Y'all just give me a second on YouTube. What I'm gonna have to do here. So I won't probably be able to be on YouTube as long because my battery is gonna run real quickly. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Since I appreciate y'all. This was not a pre-planned recording. I decided to go ahead and do a live here today on my on YouTube that's over here and Facebook that's in front of me. I'm not going to wait until people come on because I want to go ahead and run through these topics as quickly as I possibly can. I really want to be able to stay on YouTube for a while. Y'all just give me a second. Might be able to do it like this. Give me a second. I'm trying to work this YouTube situation over here, this YouTube camera. It's acting up on me, but hey, I'm gonna make it work. One way or the other, I'm gonna make it work. Okay, so this is the way I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna hold it because I'm not able to put it on the mount and everything. So I'm just gonna hold it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here. So I wanted to go a little different on my pages than what normal. Normal, I would be dealing with local shootings and things of that nature, crimes that's going on. Frankly, I'm getting tired of that. Things aren't going as expected. So if you're going to continue to do this type of work, when things don't go as expected, you got to shift and try something else and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying if you want to be successful. So the first topic I want to start off with, I'm talking political. Everything that I'm speaking about are things that's going on in Washington, D.C. right now. So if you've been following the news, if you've been watching CNN, particularly, then you know pretty much what's going on. You can discuss these topics with me as I go along, and you can give input. You can say I'm right or I'm wrong, or you can add additional information in with it. So first of all, I'm going to start off with Texas Democrat representative out of Dallas. Her name is Jasmin Crocket. Now, if y'all are familiar with Jasmin Crocket, I love her. She's very outspoken. She's very opinionated, just like me. And let me say this first of all, as y'all will probably be able to see from the t-shirt I got on, yes, I'm in the process of this is a prototype. I'm in the process of having me some T-shirts made like this, and they're gonna have my my social media handles on the back, and I'm going to going to be selling them. Not gonna sell them for very much. I'm gonna sell them for kind of real cheap, and get them out there so people can walk around and see, you know, and support me for Marquez TV. The only difference is, you see where this indention is? TV is supposed to be in with the Marquez. It's not supposed to be separated. My nephew is having these shirts made. His name is Shamar Ford. So if you want any shirts or any type of stuff made, reach out to Shamar Ford. And that's Shamar with 2 R's. Okay, so let's talk about Jasmin Crocket. If you've been following the news, Jasmin Crocket first, she made the statement that on her birthday, which is coming up, I think the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, or somewhere up in there of this month, she wanted all people to ascend on all Tesla companies. And her words were, take Elon Musk down. Well, she got criticized for that statement because United States Attorney General Pam Bondi made the statement that she needs to tread very carefully, because statements like that against Elon Musk will not be tolerated. No one will harm Elon Musk or anything. So Jasmin came back on and she stated that she was not stating that she wanted anybody to do him harm. She was meaning she wanted everyone to ascend on his Tesla dealerships and protest against Tesla. That's the reason I emphasize with, you have to be careful for what you say, how you say it, and things of that nature, because it can be taken out of context and so forth. Then Jasmin Crocket came along and she said additionally, she referred to, she was at a dinner or something, and she said the only thing we got down in Texas is Governor Hot Wheels. And she was referring to Greg Abbott. Now, she said because he is a hot ass, he's a hot ass mess, was her exact words. She said his policies are a hot ass mess. And a lot of people criticized her about that, because she was saying they said that when she called him Governor Hot Wheels, she was making a mockery of him being handicapped, because Governor Greg Abbott is in a wheelchair. He's partially disabled because of a tree fell on him. Supposedly that's what they said on CNN and years ago. So he's in a wheelchair, and she says that she was not making fun of him or being handicapped or anything of that nature. Now, that's what Jasmin said. I don't know, but that's what she said. And the thing about it is this. Marjorie Taylor Greene and I'll just say it, and I'm not going to change the way I'm going to say it. I'm not going to try to not be insensitive. I'm just going to say the exact wordings that's going to come out my mouth, and people are going to take it the way they want to, and you can, and fuck you. I don't give a damn. So I'm going to say it like this. White people have been saying what they want to say about us for centuries, for decades. And I'm talking about politicians right now. They've been up there on Capitol Hill. I remember when Obama was president, he was given a State of the Union. He got shouted at by a white congressman or senator, called him a lie, said that he was a lie. Let me tell y'all something. At no time has any president stood in there and got shouted at, yelled at. Bush didn't, Clinton didn't, Bush Sr. didn't, Reagan didn't, Jimmy Carter didn't, none of them did. But it started with Obama. I'm sorry, y'all, for over here, YouTube. My hand is beginning to hurt already, but I'm holding this because I'm trying to keep it on charger and it's not working. So the disrespect that comes along with when white politicians want to disrespect, it's okay. But when a black politician does it, then it's they're needing to be censored. So as we go back to, first of all, Democratic Congressman Al Green, also out of Texas. If you followed President Trump's state of Congress, Al Green got put out. He got put out of the state of Congress by the Speaker of the House, who asked for him to be removed. And they removed him because he got loud in there. Then they started talking about they wanted to censor Al Green. Okay. Now Jasmin Crocket, well, let's start before Jasmin Crocket. We had Marjorie Taylor Greene. She made comments about Jasmin Crockett's eyelashes. Talked about, well, maybe if you move those eyelashes, you can see what's going on and you can see what's on the paper and everything like that. So Jasmin Crocket snapped back on her and said, well, we're not going to talk about anybody with their bleach blonde, butch built, bad body, built ass. Or if I say, the way she said it, she was like, if I said something about somebody's bleach blonde, bad body, or, hold on, it was bleach blonde, butch built, bad body, built ass. So, the white folks that was in there went to looking like, oh my God, what is she talking about? Who is she talking about? You know who the hell she talking about. She talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, the raggedy bitch that's built like a man. That's who she's talking about. Excuse me, I'm not gonna cuss because this got kids in it. The bad body built woman that wants to throw rocks and then hide her hands. See, now that Jasmin Crocket is saying what she's saying about Elon Musk and President Trump and other people, now the House is wanting to censor her because of what she said about Governor Hot Wheels in Texas, talking about Greg Abbott. They're saying she's disrespectful. Well, so are y'all. A lot of y'all are disrespectful towards her, towards Al Green, towards Obama, towards other black Democrats. The only ones that y'all aren't disrespectful towards as blacks are black Republicans. Like that the senator out of South Carolina, the one that looks like old boy from the Fat Albert game. I can't think of his name. But y'all aren't disrespectful. Well, you are disrespectful to him too. Tim Scott. Because he'll try to shake one of your hands trying to be the bootlicker that he is. And y'all will just ignore him and just look at him like he's crazy, as you should. Because that's the way I feel about individuals who are black and try to fit in. They should be ostracized. They should be let know you're not one of us. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm a racist. Because I have white friends. I mean, isn't that what y'all say when y'all get accused of being racist? Y'all say, I'm not racist. I have 4 black friends. I have 5 black friends. I have many black friends. I'm not a racist. Well, I have many white friends. I'm not a racist. So, I mean, why are things not as equal when we say it as y'all say it? Jasmin Crocket didn't say anything wrong, as far as I'm concerned. When she referred to Greg Abbott as Governor Hot Wheels, she didn't say nothing wrong. She didn't say a damn thing wrong. When she referred to Marjorie Taylor Greene as bleach blonde, butch body, bad built, she didn't say anything wrong. When she said what she said about ascending on Tesla and protesting Elon Musk's Tesla dealerships, she didn't say nothing wrong. But it's all right when Marjorie Taylor Greene and other white representatives or senators say something negative about a black Democrat. No. So, I'm going to say not Martin, but Jasmin, if you're out there and you watching this all the way from Little Rock, Arkansas, you has my support. You has my support, Jasmin Crocket. There needs to be more people like you that's not afraid to stand up when you're up there in Washington, D.C., and to be able to use your platform to speak your mind without worrying about repercussions. Because what are they going to do? Just like me in my platform. People will say, ooh, you better be quiet. You better not say this. They might come do this to you. What can they do to me? When they come for me, they ain't going to take me. They're not going to take me because I'm not going to go. If they try to harm me, I'm going to harm them while they're trying to harm me. When they come, they need to already have it on their mind that they might not leave like they came. Because if you come to harm me, I'm going to protect myself in all ways possible. So, that's all I got to say on Ms. Jasmin Crocket. Ms. Jasmin Crocket, you are a patriot. You are. Now, let's discuss this group chat thing that's been going on in Washington. If you haven't been following, there were several Republican individuals, Pete Hegseth, who's the Secretary of Defense, Mike Walls, who's the National Security Advisor, the Vice President, whatever his name is, and several other people who were holding a meeting over the phones, text messaging, through an app called Signal. Now, it has already been said that Signal has been compromised or is being compromised or attempting to be compromised by Russians and China. And in this Signal group that these United States officials were on, one of them accidentally, per se, added a reporter from the Atlantic National News. Now, at first, when they got caught up, both Hegseth and Mike Walls both said they didn't know the reporter, They had never met the reporter, and they don't know how the reporter got added to the group. Now watching CNN today, Mike Walls, and he was asked several times, did you add this guy? Mike Walls said, no, I did not add him. I don't know him. I don't know how he got in. All this. Now today, watching CNN, I learned that, this reporter, Jeffrey Goldberg, was in fact in Mike Walls' contacts. And somehow Mike Walls did in fact add him, a reporter, to a sensitive communication briefing that he should not have been added to. Now, instead of just taking responsibility, instead of just saying, hey, look, we messed up. I accidentally added this guy who happened to be a reporter to our group chat in Signal. I should not have. It was a mistake. It wasn't intentional. And I messed up. The president who keeps saying, well, I don't know about this. Well, I don't know about this. Every time he's asked something, I don't know about this. This is the president of the United States, Donald Trump. Everything that happens and a reporter asks him, well, Mr. Trump or President Trump, what about this? First thing he says, well, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I cannot understand or believe, you cannot convince me that as the president of the United States that you don't know about everything that's going on. And if you don't know about something that's dealing with national security, that's dealing with a plan to attack on the Hutus, then either you don't need to be president or you're just an incompetent piece of shit. Excuse me. I'm just going to say it. It's one of the two. Or three, I'll add three in there. You need to fire some people. If they're not telling you everything was going on, then, or either four, you're lying. Which one is it? Because there's no way as president of the United States, you don't know what's going on. You can't convince me. But then again, looking at you, I can believe that you don't know what's going on. Sometimes I can believe it because you're about as dumb as a rock. See, a lot of people are scared to get on their platforms and say this about you, but you're an idiot. Our president is a bumbling idiot. It's just factual. I'm not afraid to say that about him. He's a bumbling freaking idiot. And everyone around him is a bumbling freaking idiot. Anyone that supports him is a bumbling freaking idiot. See, a lot of people out here are struggling because of stuff that he's done. It hasn't even been 100 days that it hasn't even been 100 days that he's been in office, and he's signed more executive orders than the last 5 presidents put together. Pretty much. And for him to just sit up and every time a reporter asks him what's going on, why did this happen, did you know this, he says, well, I don't know anything about that. I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know this, and I didn't know. You're the president of the United States and you didn't know a strike was going on. You didn't know that a military plan was going on. Who signed up on it? Before the action takes place, you're the you're the commander-in-chief. You have to sign off on it. Help me to understand this. They really think all of us out here are dumb. That's what they really think. They really think all of us out here are dumb. But I'm one of the ones that's not. I'm woke. And woke is bad in there. You know, they want you to be asleep. When you're woke, you're a problem. I'm a problem. I'm a problem. So do something about me. If you dare think you can or you want to. I'm not afraid to die. That's the thing about it. I'm not afraid to die. I will open my mouth and I will talk. I will say what I'm going to say, and that's just the way it is. Screw you. You're not going to do nothing to me. Now, see, this is the thing. That conversation that happened between all those officials in Washington, D.C. should have been taking place in a SCIF. SCIF is an abbreviation, SCIF. It's an abbreviation for Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility. It's like a bunker. That's what it is. It's basically like a bunker. You go into this facility and it can't be penetrated. And when you go in there, everything that's being done and said stays in there. From my understanding, you can't take your cell phones in there or anything. And that's the way it needs to be when dealing with these type of situations. Let me read to you even more. A sensitive compartmented information facility. United States military, national security, national defense, and intelligence parlance is an enclosed area within a building that is used to process sensitive, compartmented information, types of classified information. But yet, these idiots were using cell phones within text messages through Signal. That's what they were doing. They were communicating amongst each other and sending out coordinates of airstrikes through text messaging. And in doing so, Mike Walls admitted, who's the national security advisor, that he added a reporter from the Atlantic newspaper. Now, this guy just happened to be an upstanding journalist, and he immediately, when learned that he should not have been on that messaging board, he got off. But not before he kept some of that information, and he probably wasn't going to release any of the information. But Trump them called him dumb. Trump called him imbecile, or called him an idiot or something. Called him some type of negative word when he didn't have to. So the guy today, or early yesterday or today, released some of the information, the coordinates that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, and other stuff that was being said in that group. He released it to the news media. Now, me personally, I wouldn't even have waited that long. If I'd have got called on to the if I'd have got hooked onto that whatchamacallit, I would have contacted other people. I'd have contacted Channel 4, 7, 11, 16, and everybody, and sent it all to them too. I surely would have. Because it was sent to me. I didn't know what it was, so I just shared it. That's what it is. So, and as I keep saying, you know, They're not taking blame for it. The Republicans are not taking blame for it. They're constantly, excuse me, they're constantly keep making up excuses. Oh, it wasn't sensitive information. It was sensitive information, but it wasn't war zones. It wasn't coordinates. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. It was sensitive information to a point where y'all had to be private with it. Y'all didn't contact the news media and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Here's a copy of this, and y'all can know what we're doing and everything. If it wasn't sensitive information, if it wasn't war, you were attacking another country's whatever. You dropped some missiles. That's war. That's a military it wasn't a military exercise. It was a military job. And that's what y'all did. But y'all will not admit to that. Because that's who you are. That's who this administration is. Okay, moving right along. So let's talk about this 7-2 decision the United States Supreme Court came up with today. In a 7-2 decision, the United States Supreme Court upheld background check rules to ghost guns. Now, if you don't know what a ghost gun is a gun is a gun that you can order the parts, have it delivered to your house, and then you can put it together, and it's non-traceable. Works just like a regular pistol, as if you go to the pawn shop or to a gun store or wherever and buy one. But these are non-traceable. So in a 7-2 decision, with the two justices that gave the dissenting opinions, which was Alito and Thomas, that means the Supreme Court is made up of 6-3. 6 Republicans, 3 Democrats. All Democrats voted for the background rules, and 4 Republicans voted also with the 3 Democrats, or the 3 Democrats voted with the 4 Republicans, whichever way you want to put it. So 4 out of the 7 excuse me. 4 out of the 6 Republicans, United States Supreme Court justices, voted to uphold the background rules, and all 3 Democrats voted with those Republicans, and then 2 Republicans voted no. They voted against it. So, United States Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch which is a Republican who was appointed by Trump. He was the one that gave the opinion of the court. And just giving you a little fact number, in the United States, in the year 2017, there were 1,600 ghost guns, per se, that was known. By 2022, that 1,600 had turned to 19,000. So just a little tad point there on that. Now, let's discuss tariffs. Last topic of the day. We're going to discuss these tariffs. In case y'all did not know what's going on, today Donald Trump additionally added a 25% tariff on all automobiles. Let me say that again. Today, President Trump added an additional 25% tariff on all automobiles that are not made in the United States. That is additional to what tariffs he's already put out. Now, vehicles right now are already at an almost near high in sales. This particular 25% tariff will go into effect on April the 2nd. And money will start being collected on those tariffs the next day on April the 3rd. Now, some will say, okay, well, that's not going to affect me because my car is made by Dodge, American made. My car is made by Chevrolet, American made. My car is made by, what else? Any American made car. Chrysler, Dodge, same one. So this is the thing, because he said that if your car is made, any cars is made in the United States, they will not be subject to tariffs. But this is the thing. A gentleman came on, he's a tire maker out of Texas. He said what a lot of people are not going to pay attention to are the parts. When you're Chevrolet, when you're Dodge, when you're Chrysler, when you're Buick, when your car is made by GMC, that's here in the United States, needs parts. And that particular part is made in Mexico or Canada. That means that the price of that part is going to be jacked up higher than what it normally is, because Mexico or Canada or whatever other country it comes from is going to need to make their money off of that 25% that they're being charged, off of top of all other tariffs that he's already put on weeks ago or months ago. So that means that when your part gets here for your American-made car, but your part was made in China, Mexico, Canada, wherever, you'll probably pay a hell of a lot more than what that part would have normally been if your part came from here in the United States. Because the United States doesn't have all the parts. Some of these parts on American-made cars are made in Mexico. Some of these parts on American-made cars are made in Canada. And probably other countries. So while people are saying that they're for these tariffs, and I don't understand everything about the tariffs, and probably a lot of other people out here don't either. You need to be mindful that this 25% is going to affect you and affect everybody that has a car in some type of way. It just is. So that's pretty much it. I went through 5 topics. Is it 5 or 6? Yeah, 5 topics in 40 minutes. Or should I say 4 topics? Because I'm going to end this with the 5th one. I'm going to end this with the 5th one. Discussing about Project 2025. People, we can't be mad at Donald Trump. We really can't. We have to be mad. You have to be mad at yourself if you voted for him and what he's doing or what he has done is affecting you in a negative way, is affecting your finances, is affecting your household in a negative way. You have to blame yourself if you voted for him, I'll say, or if you did not go and vote, period. And the reason I say that is because of this. Everything Donald Trump is doing, he campaigned on. I want to say that again, and I want you to understand me. Everything Donald Trump is doing or has done and is going to do is everything that he campaigned on. He's told us all that he was going to do these things. He said he was going to do mass deportations of all immigrants under DACA who are here illegally and who are criminals, undocumented and everything. He said he was going to do these things. He told us he was going to do these things. But we had people out here talking about, oh, well, I was scared the first time he ran. I thought he was going to do all these things. But now that he's running again, he doesn't scare me because there's checks and balances. And I know he's not going to do this, and he's not going to get away with this, and he's not going to get away with that. Well, here's your checks and balances. I had an individual who argued me up and down at another friend's house and said that exact same bull crap. I can't get them to open their mouth and talk about it now for nothing. Because, see, this is the thing about me. This is the thing about me. I'm not going to discuss nothing or talk about a topic if I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. If there's any type of breathing room that what I'm saying might not happen, and I know that the possibility that it might not happen, I won't talk about it. I will not talk about it. But when I say it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Y'all can be mad at me. Y'all can hate on me. I don't give a good flippity muck. Because I'm intelligent enough to know how to study, how to read, how to research, how to look at the past, look at the present, and to be able to know the future when it comes to politics. A lot of you all do not. A lot of you all react off of emotions. Now, this is a realm that I don't act off of emotions. I sit back and I study. Ever since I woke up at 10 o'clock this morning, I have been watching nothing but the news. I have been doing nothing but researching. I have been doing nothing but sitting and gathering information. How many of y'all have done that? Not a single one of you. Not a one of you have. Not a single one of you have. And if you say you have, you're a damn lie. If you say you're a cotton picking line, the truth ain't in you. I wanted to wait until around 5 o'clock before I went live because I wanted to check my sources and then recheck them before I came on here. You know why I wanted to check and then recheck? Because I hate to be wrong. Because I hate to be wrong. But I love to prove other people wrong. Don't get into a debate with me, especially not about politics, and don't have all your facts down. Because I will make you look like a damn fool messing with me. I will make you look like a damn fool. Because people will get mad about Trump. They will say, oh, I hate that he's doing it. He not. See, a bunch of white people are beginning to start complaining. Republicans that voted for him are starting to really complain because they didn't think these things that he was doing or was going to do was going to affect them. They thought it was going to affect just the poor people. They thought because they may have been in the middle class or because they were white that it wasn't going to affect them. They thought it was going to affect nobody but blacks and immigrants. But seeing that a lot of this stuff has started affecting the white people, a lot of you all are holding town hall meetings. You're getting your representative there from DC, and you're grilling them, and you're damn near rioting. You're talking crazy to them. Um, and guess what your representative is doing? Still doubling down on what Trump is doing. You know why? Because you're not going to find one Republican outside of Mitch McConnell who is 175 years old and on his last leg and probably fixing to retire, that's going to speak out, that's going to have the testicular fortitude to speak out against Trump. He's the only one. There's not another Republican, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, or whatever his name is, if that's not right. I know it's not a single Republican, period, is going to speak out against him for the simple fact they know that if they do, Trump and Elon Musk will make sure that come midterm election, they don't get reelected. See, a lot of you all don't pay attention. Some of you do. A few of you all on here do. A few of y'all on here know I know what I'm talking about. Some of you don't know I know what I'm talking about because y'all don't study politics. And that's fine. That's fine. If you don't know, you don't know. But I urge you to start knowing. Start researching. And now, with me saying that, some of y'all are saying right now, man, I'm not studying that shit. You know what? And that's fine. That is fine. So when something happens, and then everybody start running around preparing and doing this and everything, and then you get to asking, why y'all doing this? Why you? Nigga, motherfucker told you on the live that you was watching 2 weeks ago or a month ago what was going on. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's just that simple. Be ye informed, so ye will no longer be stupid. However you want to call it or get it, that's what it is. I'm doing nothing but my job, giving y'all the information as I research it and find it out for myself. It is up to you to take it however you want to take it. You can believe me or you not believe me. But when the shit hits the fan, I'm gonna be prepared. I'm going to know what to do along with my group of people. We're going to know what to do and where to go if we want to survive. The question is, will you? And it's a lot of you all that have kids that rely on you to prepare them and to be prepared and to take care of them. And the sad part about it is you won't be. And your kids will be the ones to suffer the worst because you refused to take heed. And with that being said, I appreciate you. Y'all take care. And as I always say, God bless your hearts and all your parts. For you YouTubers, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And please hit all. Leave a comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. I appreciate you. Y'all take care. And as I always say, God bless your hearts and all